Yeah, plenty to discuss on tonight's transfer show, and to discuss it with us, Michael Bridge, Mark McAdam. Good evening.
Good evening, Dharmesh.
Good evening, Dharmesh.
Let's start. There's only one place to start. Eberechi Eze. Mark, no Eberechi Eze in the squad at all. We were expecting him to be in the squad yesterday because Oliver Glasner said he and Mark Gay he would be. Eze isn't. Where are we right now with this deal?
Well, clearly there's been a lot that's happened since Oliver Glasner gave that news conference where he said that they'd both be in the squad. It all kicked off late last night, really. I think we were all on our phones at various points during the pounds, which is 60 million with 7.5 in add-ons, which ironically is less than the release clause that existed and expired on the Friday before Crystal Palace's first Premier League game of the season. We're expecting him to have his medical. Of course, there were suggestions he'd be involved with Crystal Palace, crucial Europa Conference League qualifying match. And it intrigues me, this situation, because the agreement that was in place with Tottenham Hotspur certainly had an option where Eberechi, and they were comfortable with that, and Crystal Palace wanted him to be a part of their showpiece European match in South East London. The fact that he's now joining Arsenal and he's not involved in the squad would suggest that Arsenal didn't have the same arrangement that perhaps Tottenham.
That was a big contributory factor in this. We're still waiting for the exact time that Kai Havertz will be out, but it's clearly something that has worried Arsenal and got them back in to the market for Eberechi Eze. And I think they wanted assurances that there's going to be sales at Arsenal. I'm sure in the background they are working on a number of sales to make sure that everything will be all right financially with regard to this deal. Michael, you were heavily involved with phone calls with myself, with Tottenham Hotspur around this deal. You just explain exactly what happened last night with regard to Arsenal, but in particular with Tottenham Hotspur as well.
Well, Tuesday we got there was information online that Spurs had agreed everything with Crystal Palace. We understand that wasn't completely true, and that there was minute details to finish. But then yesterday those details seemed to be completed and terms were agreed with the player and the club. What we understood was that Spurs were happy for Eze to play in the UEFA Conference League game tonight. Maybe there was just one or two more things that needed to be completely finalised. But look, all Arsenal really needed to do was phone Crystal Palace and say, what have Tottenham given you here? Fine. This is what we'll do, and we'll probably match it. And for me, this is what's happened. But of course, it's so frustrating for Spurs supporters because you talk about Kai Havertz getting injured. James Maddison got injured around 3 weeks ago. So the frustration, I think, for Spurs fans is they wish it could have got done a lot sooner.
Yeah, I mean, you say